Hey, this is the sole surviving BeerCon one beer farmer. I think Mike will be joining us shortly, but thank God we've got Stu, Cybersec Stu,
Yeah.
here here with us after a mere 2 hours of sleep. Awesome. Welcome back again, Stu.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Hey,
Good.
you sound amazing, by the way.
Thank you. It is clean living and the love of the baby Jesus, let me tell you. Um, so let's, if you believe that, um, this is sort of like the second time that you're opening the show, but this is your official talking segment. So I guess the question is, Stu, what's going on?
Yeah, thanks for the open question. I love that.
Yeah, there you go, bud. I'm
It's great.
out.
When you're out, that's it. Yeah, you're gonna catch me. You've got like about what 20 minutes of sleep to catch now, right?
We've got like 30 more guests today, so or at more, I think maybe somewhere around 30. So uh, you're 29, brother. Serve the guest, serve thyself. No,
Right. Okay. What's happening? Well, after 2 hours sleep, I feel pretty amazing, and
good.
I shouldn't feel this amazing. And I'm about to look after three small kids, so I'm pretty sure it's going to go downhill quite quickly.
Rapidly. Yeah.
Rapidly, yeah. When I put on to on Netflix and then they jump on my head or something. So can't wait for that. No, so I tell you, it's been amazing. I tried to tune as much as I could before I got some sleep, and it's been an amazing online conference. And
Hmm.
uh, yeah, I think everyone's been involved in this has done an amazing feat, and the money raised so far is going to go to great use. So
I'm really impressed by the way the community's come out on that. We're at 4,225 in donations. Really, really amazing. Um, the Many Hats Club, though, you guys have been doing online events for how long now?
well, just under 2 years. The
Right.
community started in September the 27th, 2 years ago, wherever it was, right? So
Hmm.
2017. Um, yeah, so we've been, our first guest was Jack Hyde, actually.
Okay.
And the whole podcasting thing was kind of started because we had a community, and it was I don't know, it was at like about 900, just shy of 1,000 people, I think, at the time, or just under 1,000, I think.
Hmm.
And the problem is with communities, especially an online community, is that you've got to give people a reason to be there.
Yeah.
So it's great talking about infosec, and it's great having conversations, but because we're all kind of busy people, and we're quite and we can, with being busy, we can order quite quickly, and an online chat can also quite a lot of times descend into madness because,
Yeah.
as you've probably seen being on there.
Hmm.
So having a reason for people to come back or to engage, or to get excited about something is one of the things I wanted to do. So the whole idea was to try and get people, well-known people, and lesser-known people as well, to talk about interesting things, and that's kind of where it started because um, it's mainly because I wanted people to kind of see that just a community that's a bit more serious than when we first started. Because when we first started, it was like, hey, we're just going to run a community, and we
Yeah.
had no idea what the hell we were doing. And I certainly had no idea what the hell I was doing. I mean, I'd also been around in IRC, hashtag getting old.
Yeah.
And I obviously was pretty enjoyed that, and I think a lot of people in the scene enjoyed that as well. And so when we decided to start Many Hats Club, I was like, I wanted something that was quite similar, and I looked at some of the platforms at the time, and there was discourse, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do like a forum because forums are dead, or
Hmm.
dying. And then thought, well,
So how did it morph into a physical meetup? Because
ah,
it's not just an online thing now. It's almost a convention in its own right, right? Like
yeah,
44 Con, you did just before 44 Con, you did the Many Hats Club meetup.
yeah.
Yeah.
You talk at our first meetup, actually, didn't you? Our very first one.
I don't recall that, but
Yeah,
okay. Did I?
You did. Yeah,
Okay.
you did a talk at Photo Box.
Yes. Was I awesome?
You were good, yeah,
Okay, good. All right.
you were good, yeah, very good. In fact, I think that was actually the first time I'd met you as well. Actually, believe it or not,
Face to face,
face to
but
face, yeah,
yeah,
online, of course, yeah, for a while.
yeah.
But so I guess there's two parts to this, right? So it's like taking it to the next stage. So when you get podcast guests on, then you have a podcast on Discord.
Hmm.
That's it's pretty cool. We had some pretty good names at the time, and I'm still surprised about the number of people we've asked. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of your lineup guests here we've had on, like Troy, Dave Kennedy,
Hmm.
quite a few of the people that you spoke to so far and about to speak to we've had on. Uh, and we got like people like Miko, which is like,
Miko, yeah.
yeah, that was crazy. We haven't released that one yet, and kind of we're working on we're doing like a back catalogue of like archive stuff, but
Nice.
um, because we're trying to split them out a bit. But yeah, going to your question, because I'm obviously quite tired and rambling,
A
I'm
little
brilliant
bit.
at that.
Gotta
Little bit of that.
focus. Gotta
Yeah,
focus, Stu.
focus in on the points, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the next level, really, for us. And we're like we've actually got a community here and online, and the idea was to kind of go, well, we'll go to conferences and meet each other. And again, I've been to quite a few meetups, and I'd spoken to her about cyber in Scotland a few times, actually, in that and pulled that. I was just like, for like the second time speaking, I was like, I think I should get people together and have an official meetup at Christmas and stuff like that. I was like,
Cool.
no, we can do a physical one. So actually, Stu Hurst was like, well, look, I can host you at Photo Box if you want to do like a meetup. I can host you at Photo Box and crowd if you on a podcast. Um, he was like, hey, if you're going to do, we'll sponsor that with Phil at the time, and we just kind of made it happen. It just kind of happened, and then I got speakers like yourself, and obviously I think Stu did a talk as well, and there was Chrissy did the other one,
Yeah.
Chrissy Morgan, so Swordfish, and it just kind of happened. And we had a great turnout. We had like about 80, 90 people, and it was on at the same time with 44 cons. People actually had come from a 44 con to come to our meetup, which was
Yeah.
like, whoa, that's pretty big. Actually, Steve Lord actually said, we want to host you. I was like, dude, I've got my own event now. I said, well, loads of
Yeah.
people are coming, paying for their 44 con tickets and going to your meetup. So hence why we did it the following year. It was successful. I've learned a lot of lessons from hosting meetups, actually.
Hmm.
Having a code of conduct stream and create an environment where it feels unsafe. And I think we've actually managed to do that. We just chilled on, and it's a good mix of people. So rather than just being all like CISOs or blue team professional infosec people, we have hackers, we have CISOs, we have
A big
students.
slice of the life of,
Yeah, it's a cross
yeah.
section of the entire people, maybe outside the industry. A lot of developers come as well from
Hmm.
OWASP and things like this, and so it's a really good cross section of the community, and it just kind of works, right? So yeah, we're quite lucky in that sense that we can transcend the online community and do meetups. We tried a con, and I'm quite proud to say that failed. Because the reason I'm quite proud to say that failed is because the venue went bust, so we would have lost all the money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
Wow.
actually literally went into administration like about 4 weeks ago.
Oh, that's shitty.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine if we'd like raised the 89,000 for the close we had planned, and then like, oh, we just lost the venue cost, which is like 40 grand.
Wow.
And that's quite a well established venue as well. It's not like it was small. It's code mode that like venue for events and so yeah, it's like crazy stuff.
Well, I'm so glad with the success of like the Many Hats Club. I mean, obviously BeerCon one wouldn't have happened without you and your crew and your support. What do you see 2020 evolving? Because you did mention that you're going to go full blown nonprofit. Is this going to be sort of your major effort because you do have a day job as well, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's not. I'm not gonna turn it into a full time. I don't think I can turn it into a full time job right now, and I don't foresee that happening in the short term. It is like a full time job in some respects because any spare time I have, I'm doing stuff for the community. Um,
Hmm.
but it's very much for me a big passion now because you've created
Yeah,
something.
the
And
monster.
yeah, it is. It is. It's like we've got over 7,000 people on the Discord. How many of those people are live or lurking or sock puppets? I
Hmm.
don't know. But there's a big community that invest their time, right? And there's a core of people that invest their time. And a lot of people like to lurk because engaging in online communities can be difficult for some people. Just want to sit there and learn and watch, and that's fine. Um,
Yeah.
but 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 the non-profit bit for me is quite important because I think it, we know we can raise money for good causes. So last year we
Hmm.
raised, I think it was like just shy of 6 grand. We raised in selling off, auctioning off through with Ray Redacted tickets for Derbycon. Right? We
Yeah.
raised like money for Dying Initiative, Innocent Orc, and actually Healthy Hackers as well. Actually, we
Hmm.
raised just under like 5, 6. I think it was like just under 6 or 5, which is like for a community, it's not really that. That was just crazy. Somebody paid like 18, 1900 for Derbycon.
Yeah.
Just like um, so and that was thanks to the kindness of Dave Kennedy gifting us after the podcast 5 tickets. Very cool. Um, and so like
Just
that,
brilliant.
it was really cool, right? And he was massively behind it. So and so we're quite lucky in that sense. And I guess the idea is that we do want to do like more things like this where we can raise money for good causes and maybe do our own fundraisers and just help, and the money goes to help people in the community, so other causes that we support,
Hmm.
or invest money to there's plans to like build like labs, proper labs for people who are just
Yeah.
starting out to test. So we're not going to be like a hack the box or a immersive lab, but just like a just an area where we can test theories out, or we can do some work on, okay, how do you you know how do you do these kind of things, or how do you um, like maybe start out in information security, how do you do proper pen testing, maybe in a proper environment that
Yeah.
build corporate
Well,
environment, for all the flaws that it has.
it's really about the community coming together, sharing knowledge. And so if somebody wants to join the Many Hats Club, do they have to pay the $150 membership per year fee as well as the facilitation and booking fee? No.
Uh, no, it's free. It's free, right? So I'm
So
about to
it's
say, where'd you hear that from? Because clearly that's not, money's not going to me, right?
oh,
No, it's free, right?
DM me and I will give you details. I will also include free use of Google for the year. So yeah.
That sounds like a great deal.
It's a great deal. But so, Stu, what is sort of membership in the Many Hats Club look like? Like,
It's
how do
free.
you?
It's free.
Yeah.
It's all free. We pay for ourselves. We don't make any money. So Discord is obviously a free platform, right? So
Yeah.
that's why we use it. It's good when it doesn't go down. Right? It's actually very rare. It's the only outage we've actually had this year that's
Of
been pretty
course, yeah, on
serious.
the eve of BeerCon 1, of course we have to have an outage, and that's why
Yeah,
we're sort of on Zoom
yeah.
so,
This is
and
fine, right?
Twitch,
Yeah, it can't
which is
manage.
amazing that your tech team figured out what we could do as we got close to the half-hour mark before the show.
It's like anything. Always have a plan B, and then
Yeah.
if plan B doesn't work, then there's another one, of course, right? So
Hmm.
Um, but no, I think there's going to be I think there's going to be fundraisers, and I think there's going to be things that I never want this to be. It's not valuable enough to pay for it. I think
Right.
communities should be free. Communities shouldn't be trying to.
So, what are some of the huge success stories of the Many Hats Club? Like, have there been some people that joined and then went on to do some amazing things, or
Um,
like, how do you see sort of this being the snowball that builds?
so it's quite interesting actually. A lot of the stuff that so I did. there's a long story behind this. I haven't got a long story in the short. It sometimes it's phenomenal, and I have to pinch myself and say, Jesus, I've created something that's actually got someone properly into someone who never thought about infosec, joined the community, and has now got their first job. And I'm like,
Such an amazing
damn.
accomplishment,
And
really.
then, and then of course at the same time I've got people who've come together who like the people that are now they've become lifelong friends, like
Yeah.
Cyber Viking and Rag, for example, was a great example of that. There's people that have met each other on the Many Hats Club who've now done projects together and gone off and spun off new communities, or gone off and um, done research together, for example, right, and released that research. And it's just like collaboration and a scale that I didn't think was never my intention. And it's a nice happy accident, right? Uh, and then there's like we did like a couple of years ago. We did no, sorry, a couple of years ago, last year. We did like a we're coming approaching our first birthday. What has somebody had to what's been a highlight for you, or how's it helped you? And people just did like a tweet, and then it just did a hashtag like many hats club as one or something like that. And people were just saying like, I job, or I learned about this, or I changed my career, or I've released some research, or I'm now actually know what I want to do, and I'm part of the community, and I'm proud of being part of the community. And we sometimes get called the Many Hats Club cult,
Okay.
or the Many Hats cult, because it's like there's a big following of people that really join the community. They're there every day. It's like
Yeah.
every day people come back and they're there, and they're contributing, or they're joining voice, or they're doing some research, or and I don't know, it's great. And and it's not about me, it's about the community, and it's about what they're doing, and it's about how they are using that as a platform to help themselves and to
Yeah.
gain new knowledge. And I think that's the important thing, really. It's not
Mhm.
about I guess it's not about trying to build a community for the sake of building community. It's about making it useful for people.
Yeah.
Trying to, not trying to go, oh, we don't want to be on Twitter, so we're going to hang out here. It's about what when we hang out here, what was it we're doing? What is it we're trying to achieve? And I think we try and we've got a CTF coming up next week.
Yeah. Now, is in Daniel Card's giving you a hand on that one?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
lovely.
helping. Of course, he is. He's handsome everywhere,
Yeah.
right? But it's actually built by our CTF team. So we have like a group of people that just came
Oh,
together,
cool.
created a CTF team, and they were like on Hat the Box, like number 4 in the world for a bit.
Wow.
Thousands of teams, or hundreds of teams, and then we won like some competitions, and so
Hmm.
they've really made a good name for themselves, and it's still part of the community, but it's not run by me at all.
Right.
And, and that's great. And now I've helped organise the CTF for next weekend. We got a 48-hour CTF with challenges, and Hack the Box are just hosting it for us, and they're sponsoring it, and they're providing all the prizes. And that's like for nothing, for free, right? They went, yeah,
Yeah.
we usually like charge for this, but we love you guys so much, we want to do it for free. It's like, wow. It's like so, as basic as the core sponsor. So you can see that all these things just it's been amazing. We got like gifted loads of things recently, like free
Mhm.
access to certain tools, and labs, and just loads of stuff, because people want to help. And I think that's the good thing about the community. I think everyone sees the negative side on Twitter. I think um, and we're no, as we've had issues in the past, and it's how you deal with those issues and how you try and
Yeah.
change. And with a big community, you're always going to get people that come in and cause issues, and it's about how you deal with that. And that's why we have such a strong code of conduct. We do not tolerate any form of abuse, any form of toxicity, or and
Yeah.
we try as our best to get those people as possible. Um, can't always do that because they work and PMs and
Brilliant.
to kind of uh, report that. So
Yeah. All right. Well, it's 6:05, so we do say goodbye to Stu, but you're gonna hang around, right? In case I fall asleep at the wheel, you'll be able to pick up the reins.